All right, so good morning, everyone. We are all welcome to Morning Market Review this morning. Well, let me just quickly apologize for coming up 9 minutes past our usual time. Okay, it's just 9 minutes past 8 currently, so apologies for that. It was due to some technical issues. That's why uh, I'm coming up this late. Okay, good morning, Mr. Femi. So nice to have you uh, on our morning market review. And every other person, we are all welcome once again. Welcome to morning market review. And I'm trusting and I believe that this morning we are going to have deep insights into what the market has been doing and how we can navigate through the market. All right. So, first and foremost, I would like someone to just put in the chat box. Let's be sure that we are good to go. All right. Is my audio very audible? If my audio is audible, just let me know in the chat box so that we can have a smooth session this morning to avoid it's going, it's coming, it's going, it's coming. Okay. Okay, thank you, Mr. Yusuf. Thank you, Mr. So, all right, very audible, very audible. The next thing I want to do is now to share my screen. Then we'll now know if my screen also is. All right, so can anyone see my screen? So I've shared my screen. So can you see the screen now? All right. Okay. So I think we are good to go. So let's just take it on the run now. So before we continue to the charts, let's quickly take ourselves back to fundamental. All right. So we are not taking too much time on fundamental. I'm just showing you some things that you need to prepare for. Okay, showing you some things you need to prepare for. So I believe most of us mix the CPI data for AUD that happened 1:30 this morning. Okay, but that's not the problem. Now, by 3:45 today, we are expecting interest rate release from Canada. And there has been tensions between Canada president and Trump because the Canada president signed some trade deals with China, and then Trump is looking at increasing the tariff on Canada to 100%. Trump has so many enemies and is trying to create more enemies for America. But if you ask me what Trump problem is, I wish I know, but I don't know. All right. So they are going to be releasing their interest rate. From all the indication, it's looking like it will remain the same. So let's see. If it's 2.25, then we are not expecting a sudden movement. But if it is higher, expect CAD to gain some level of strength. If it is lower, expect CAD to lose some strength. So this is 2.25%. So anything it comes out as. For those that like trading oil, look out for crude oil inventory because this is something that also affects the market. It's coming out from US, right? And with the fact that US have acquired Venezuela oil, you will need to focus on these. All right, try and focus on it. Everything is happening today, and by 8 o'clock today, we have the Federal Reserve of America to be releasing their interest rates also. Okay, 3.75, 3.75. So expectation is still around 3.75. So if it comes out the same, there will still be movement because that is dollar. It comes out the same, it comes out good, it comes out bad, there will always be a movement. But you just need to avoid up and down movement so that you will not be caught in a trade, if you are, if markets catch you. All right, so Thursday, unemployment claims for the dollar, then Friday, just German prelim and French prelim, private payrolls, German prelim, GDP, Okay, so this is what we are expecting. And then GDP for CAD, then PPI for dollar. This news was the news that was supposed to have been released when? Okay, let's see. The release date was delayed 16 days due to, okay. So this news is basically a news that was supposed to have been released, but they are just releasing it now. So you can look out for it also on Friday. So I think we are done with Friday data and we are done with fundamental. So please today, if you, whether you like it or not, you must make money today. All right. So you must make money today. But then let's quickly go to the chart. Let's look at what technical is telling us. So we have AUD, we have CAD, we have USD. Okay, so let's try and look out for all these guys on the chart. So there's AUD, there's CAD. So let's start with AUD USD because that's one instrument. Now this is AUD USD. The CPI that was released for AUD, the movement wasn't really serious. You see, price pulled up, rejected, and started going back. So, but then if we carry out technical analysis on this guy, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now, somebody is saying, why am I shouting wonderful, wonderful, wonderful? Now, this shows that dollar has lost strength for over how many days now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, getting to 2 weeks. Oh, getting to 2 weeks. It's not to 2 weeks thereabouts, but it's getting to 2 weeks. So AUD has been stronger. And let me shock you, as gold is going up, you know, AUD also is trying to find its feet. You know, there are some instruments that have what we call correlation. So the correlation is with what another instrument is doing. Now, this is daily time frame because every analysis you want to do, you must be able to tell and you must be able to know at what point am I expecting price to find its way back. Now, price has broken the resistance there. In short, it started breaking it, broke this one. It continued, eliminated this. It continued, it eliminated this. Now, this is an area of expectation. There have been so many eliminations, just like they have been eliminating people from the, you know, from the AFCON until we had a winner. So eventually, when are we going to see a change in the direction of AUD USD? Now, let's go to 4 hour time frame. Let's see what has been happening. So this is it here. All those places of elimination, price got there, but it didn't respect it too much. It's continued. Now he's here. Is he respecting it too much? Not really. Expectation is that if it can break above this point, expect it to go to the next level. And where is the next level? The next level is not far, which is 0.71. It's very, you see, it's very straightforward. Now, on this chart now, if I ask you, are you looking out to buy or you are looking out to sell? Because this is where some people used to get confused. They used to get confused. Should I buy? Should I sell? Should I buy? Should I sell? But then you already know what price has been doing. My own job is to look out for the next bus stop because the next bus stop determines what price will do. So now with everything happening, are you looking out to buy or you are looking out to sell? Okay, Mr. Yusuf, you are looking out to buy, right? Okay. If you are looking out to buy, are you entering a buy now or you are entering a buy later? Okay, because you need to understand at what point are you expected to enter. You understand? You know, that's where the this thing is. At what point am I expected to have entered the trade? Now, let's quickly have a discussion. Just like you guys know, the morning market review is where everybody comes with their perspective, and then we have a breaking point where everybody understand, okay, so these are the possibilities that price will most likely, move towards. So if these are the possibilities, then we need to prepare ourselves for those possibilities. All right. So I'm going to give room for some of us to just quickly tell us expectations and what will most likely happen. Because if you want to check, there was a time I was even thinking that, okay, because of what has been happening, if this guy can cross this place, let it come and retest, then I will enter a buy. But then there was no retest. Price was just flying higher. It was flying higher. But then if you want to check very well AUD USD, there was once a time it got as high as this, then it fell, tried going up, fell, tried going up, fell, tried going up, fell, tried going up, fell, and now it's trying to find its way back to the highest point, but it has not gotten there, but it's almost getting there. So now we need to look out for every possibility of price. And when I say every possibility, everything that price wants to do on this AUD USD is what we want to look out for. Okay, I know some of us don't trade it, but then one of your best bets in currency is still dollar. Okay, anything that has to do with dollar is what you now want to focus on. Now, let's quickly take a scale now. So, what do you think? Are you expecting price to start falling from here, or you expect price to get as high as this and you want price to fall? So tell me. Let's have it. Let's have it. Let's have it. Let's have it. So who is giving us this direction on AUD USD? So while you are thinking about AUD USD, USD JPY also has been an interesting instrument. And what makes it interesting is for the fact that the same thing that has been happening to AUD USD, the opposite is affecting USD JPY currently. So, okay, Mr. Felix Ayo. All right, let's have you and let's just hear your talk. Okay, I'm going to unmute you now. So let's see. Okay, please, you can unmute yourself. Let's just quickly have this discussion and we are good with it.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you. Going by what is on the chart now, I think AUD USD will still go for the highest point because the dollar is somehow weak presently. So I think the AUD USD will go for the highest point. That's my own opinion. Thank you.
All right. So the dollar is very weak. It has been weak actually for getting to 2 weeks now. And every other instrument, they are riding on that path. So now if that AUD USD is going to get to the highest point. Now, this is it. What are we expected to do? Should we just wait till we get there, or we take advantage of that opportunity to be able to pick a trade? Mr. Felix.
Hello, sir.
Are you still with us?
Yes, I'm with you.
So I'll say, if we are waiting for it to get here, now, do we wait, or we should, take advantage of the fact that, okay, we expect it to get to this point, we can put some, pending orders around those areas, then look at what price to do. Then after it gets there, we are looking out to follow the direction of what we are expecting it to do. Or what do you think?
Yes, you can set pending orders, actually. Maybe go to a lower time frame.
A lower time frame, like 1 hour or 4 hours?
Yeah, like 1 hour or even 15 minutes.
Or even 15 minutes. Okay, this is 15 minutes time frame.
And then we can look for a retracement. Then from there, we can now enter for a buy.
Please, can you show me?
So we can look for a retracement. So if we are looking for a retracement, to what point?
I will enter. For me, I think I will enter now.
Oh, you enter a buy now?
Yes. Or better still, I will wait till the lower point of that black line before I will enter the buy. Exactly.
This one here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you wait for price to come back. If it touch here, then you enter a buy.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Fennis, okay, you expect it to get to 0.715.
Yeah.
0.715 for Mr. Femi, okay.
Or if I want to be more aggressive, we
Well,
enter
now
now.
if it's going to get there, okay. If you want to be more aggressive, you enter now.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Let me quickly have Mr. Egoabo Jonathan. Let's have him. Okay, Mr. Jonathan, you can try and unmute yourself. Let's see your perspective on AUD USD. This is where we are starting from. All right, you can unmute yourself, please. Sorry, you can unmute yourself.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Jonathan.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody in the house. It has gotten to a very large height, to a very large extent. Buy will not be an option for me now.
Okay,
understand?
for you, yes, you won't be
Yes,
buying.
because
Okay.
the high does not have a retracement at all. And looking at the expected this thing that is going to happen today, I'm expecting it is
Yes, with the fundamentals.
fundamental that is going to come today is going to have a very big retracement. It's going to have a very big retracement. So buy is not an option at all. It might just chunk.
Okay, so
Yes.
okay, continue please.
Yes, it can just be chopping up around this place, and then if you have the retracement, if you enter for a buy, it might not get to take profit before the thing we drop down. The high have gone to very high. So
the eye, that's also high.
Yes.
Without a retracement.
Without a retracement at all. Both on a daily and all, it have got it to a very too much high extent. So at this point,
a buy is not advisable, right?
yes, for me. Thank you very much.
All right, you are welcome, sir. All right, so let me just quickly wrap up this very fast. So this is how it's going to work. Okay, Mr. Chuk said he will buy if the resistance, if it breaks the resistance and it will test it, you'll buy. All right. Now I love it that everybody, is following through everything that we are doing, and at least you understand what price might likely do. Now, if that is the scenario here, I'm going to do something. This is 4 hour time frame. Just like Mr. Jonathan said, right? The retracement, there is no good retracement on this swing because it has swing text. Okay, let me have a text here. So it's going to be from point A now. It's going to swing from point A. Okay, just hold on. Let me make it bigger. So this is point A, right? So this is where the swing is, from point A. Now, since this is point A, obviously we expect it to, to have done something point B. So look at point B, yeah? Now, it swings from point A to point B. Now, there is no retracement, right? Dollar is very weak, which means there is tendency that the news that is coming out today will give the retracement we are looking for. And I want you to understand something. From 15 minutes, we are expecting up and down. We are expecting what? Up and down. So if you are expecting up and down before the news, because there is no clear direction right now, it has been up. Even if it is me, I will also wait for price to come to a good place where I can be buying. Yeah, it's looking like it's going to get to that high, but before it gets to that high, what are the things that will happen so that I can follow those things? And in following those things, what are the results I'm going to get in order for me to be profitable? Everything we are doing is for us to be profitable. Do you understand? Now, if this is the scenario now, there's a news coming out later in the evening by 8 p.m. for can easily change the narrative that we have. Remember, what is happening now can override what has happened. Are you remember I said what is happening now can override what has happened. So that news by evening can override all these analysis that we have been looking at. The news can make price to increase and go to that high. So also the news can make price, it can make dollar to gain value so that AUD/USD will fall. And that fall will now turn to a retracement. Are you with me this morning? Do you understand? So now, if that is the scenario, now let's look out for all the possibilities. Okay. On one hand, notice anytime it gets as to do up and down. It has gotten to another high. What do you expect? Up and down. Remember, I told you that there's going to be up and down. Now, if price is up and down, it is until here we are going to know. But if you want to be aggressive, you can sell. By selling, enter price coming, you enter back, enter sell. Until 8 p.m. that the news will be released. But if you be a conservative trader, you can be conservative to the point whereby you can put a buy order. All right, can you hear me now? Are we good now? I discovered that everything disappeared. Just like a client. A client gave me 15 missed calls. Call I picked. Wow, madam, what's the problem? The prophets, my money flew. All right. So the way everything flew, is now let's quickly do this here. Okay. Now remember, if you want to be aggressive, just be doing your buy and sell, pending when the news will come out. But if you want to be a conservative trader, put your order, which is a pending order above where price created this high. Put a buy order there, then put a sell order below this point here. Let there be a sell order below this point. Okay. What you want to do, you are not placing buy and sell instant execution. You are doing pending orders. Okay. So the pending orders you are doing above where price got to, below where price was rejected. So that if price wants to pick up as its direction, you can follow it. Also, if price wants to pick down, you can follow. Right? That will be my for today. I'm expecting AUD to do up and down, and by 8 there will be either up or down. As if the news will give it retracement, but if the news will not give it retracement, expect it to go to that high that we have been talking about. Okay. Now going to USD/JPY, because another interesting instrument is USD/JPY. Now, for USD/JPY, an instrument that really, it is very rare for USD/JPY to be selling. But because of what Trump has been doing with the American economy, it has been giving a wrong vibe to dollar, which is making investors to dump dollar. Right? So that with everything that has happened and with everything that is happening, you've noticed that this is D1. It has been selling consistently. Now, it will still get to a point where it's going to start buying. One thing about USJPY is no matter how long it wants to sell, it will always find its way to buy, always. Because Japanese yen economy, will still become something else later in February or later in March. So just look out for a buy signal for USJPY. But right now, remember, since the news is affecting dollar itself, right? So if you have to do anything, expect the up and down that price has been doing. Expect the up and down. It's 138. That's 138, but it has crossed 200 now. 150. If this guy wants to fall, I think, well, obviously it should come to 150. All right. But then remember, the news up and down is what we are expecting. So since I expect it, you can buy. If it gets here, you sell. If it gets here, you buy. You do it. That's if you want to be aggressive. But if you want to be a conservative trader, just hold on. You put a buy above this point, put a sell below this point, and you'll be fine. All right? Because you don't want to be caught in a trade. Don't forget, it is not good for markets to hold you. It is better you are holding the market than for market to be holding you. If market holds you, to be like Incredible Hulk holding a baby. Okay, so now going further, let's quickly look at Euro USD because okay, I think I have some trade on Euro USD there about now. The way Euro USD has just been flying up, has just been flying up. Then even GBP USD also. Wow, it has broken every places I was thinking that, okay, there's going to be a potential move. It has taken it out. Okay, this GBP USD right now. This GBP USD. All right, so we are just quickly going to talk about the same thing happening on the AUD USD. It's expected on GBP USD, but then how far has this guy been? Now, you see this one too. This one broke resistance, right? It broke resistance, and I think I'm tired of this line. Let's start using shapes. Let's start using shapes. So this is it here. So, yeah, wonderful. All right. So now with what has happened, price is above the resistance. There's no retracement. Don't forget, the same thing that has happened on what's it called on AUD USD is what is affecting GBP USD. So if we're even expecting any form of retracement, let's go back to 1 hour. Now look at this now. If price wants to come down, it should come back here. Okay. So if it comes back here, expect it to bounce. If it bounces, expect it to find its way here. Now, because of the news coming out 8, it's a major news event, and everybody is very careful. Some people are not even trading right now. They are waiting because interest rate news is not a news you joke with. It is an important news. All right. So you need to be very careful, very, very careful. All right. So you're looking at how to trade this instrument. Just like we have been saying, the up and down, if for those that want to be aggressive, you can enter sell, follow it down to this point. Then when it gets here, you enter buy. But ensure that anything you are doing, you are out of the market. Latest 7 p.m. You should be out of the market. Latest by 7, you should be out, and you are just observing what will happen. Except for those that want to be doing, scalping. They just want to scalp the market, see what they can take out before the news. There's no problem. You can. So with this now, I'm expecting up and down movements, up and down movements, up and down, depending when the news will come out. Do we have any news for GBP today? I doubt. I'm not sure. And it's from all indication, AUD has been stronger. Even from yesterday, it was stronger. This morning is stronger. USD was very weak yesterday, and GBP was strong yesterday. Most of the other instruments were stronger than dollar. All right. So I wanted to check if there's any information that is coming out for GBP GBP today. Okay, so there's nothing for GBP today. So it's more CAD and USD. Okay, so CAD and USD. So, all right, so try as much as possible to be careful when you are trading all these instruments. Okay, so remember, technical analysis gives us an insight to the future, right? So it helps us to know every possibility that we are looking at price to be able to take. All right, so knowing all the possibility, you can set some trap for price. But then I will just tell you this for free. An hunter that is looking for a prey can later become the prey. So while you are setting traps, ensure that you set the trap very well so that you will not be trapped. That's just what I want you to understand. All right. Oye did something yesterday, broke this resistance. Now it's coming back to the test. This is bearish engulfing. Now, one thing we've discovered about Oye is, see, let me give you this secret for free. It is not a secret. It's just that if you have been using your chart very well, you should have seen it. But you have not been using your chart very well, so you did not see it. Now, when it comes to Oye, the interesting thing there is for the fact that Oye likes engulfing patterns. Let me come again. Oye likes what? You already understand, so I've told you. Now, anytime you see it, you don't even need to think twice. Just follow it. Even if it is with 0.0, if you try 0.1, it's very sure that you will get something. Just ensure that you have enough money to be able to carry that lot size. I'm a risk management strategist. I tell you the risk you are supposed to take and the risk you are not supposed to work. You are not supposed to take. Now, Oye likes that pattern very well. If you did not hear the pattern, no problem. Ask your neighbor. They will tell you. All right. Anytime you see that pattern, there is no way price will not go up. It's not possible. It will always find its way up. Now, what is that pattern? The first pattern is that one that I mentioned earlier. Now, anytime it happens, let's just quickly take some skills here and let's see. Okay. Look at this here. Okay. Now, it's only those that have enough money that would have been able to escape this. If you have 100,000 and you are using 0.1, well, market would have dealt with you very well. Okay. Now, what's this here? Can you see? Now, it's only those that understand candlestick formation that will be able to see what I'm showing there. Only those that understand candlestick formation. Bagang, in short, this is another one. Double trade. I mean, now price moves. What's going on here? Baka. What can you say about this? You see, you need to understand that there is something that helps you to easily trade some instruments. If you can understand your instrument, it will be easier for you to trade that instrument. But remember, only if you can understand it. I mean, yeah, let's try. Let's check what that is. This is technical analysis. I mean, all right, so look at this one here. Backhand. Okay. So how are you, my neighbor? Now, look at this. I've been highlighting so many of them. This is one here. Then this is another one here. Now, the only problem we have in trading some instruments is lack of patience. Yes. Please, can you type it in the chat box? What is the only problem we have as trader? Let's quickly have it in the chat box here. What's the only problem we have as traders? Lack of what? Lack of what? Morals, baby. Lack of patience. Impatience. See, you have a strategy. You know your instruments. You see, so why not wait for your strategy to play out? Wait for your instrument to do what it has been doing. Impatience. It's not that you are not a good trader. Everybody knows to some extent what price will do. But the problem is you are not patient enough to be able to follow what you are seeing, but not what you are. Because most times you follow what you are feeling, not what you are seeing. Your feeling can be deceptive. Follow what you see. What you see is what you should follow. Don't follow what you are feeling. I'm feeling like. Okay. Ekpensky. Ekpensky. I don't know you are here. You are welcome. All right. So where can you be taking profits? That's a very good question. Okay. Now, you have seen some things that can be helping you to trade oil, which I'm very sure that if you are very disciplined with it and you are patient with it, by the next time we'll be seeing on Money Market Review, you are supposed to be sharing oil money. Hello. You are supposed to be sharing oil money. You know. All right. Now, the point of take profit is this. If you use moving average, you are fine. If you don't use moving average, there's no problem. Okay? Let's quickly go back. Let's start from where we started from. Now, this is what is happening currently. Now, given that you have seen this and you now enter a sell after the candle close, your point of take profit, for those that know support and resistance, their point of take profit should be the previous point that price has been rejected before. Your point of what? Your point of take profit. It should be where? Previous points where price has been rejected. This was the previous point where price was rejected. Abi? But then, if you are using moving average, and price is in this scenario, your take profit should be somewhere around here. That's why I said, if you have enough money in your account and you use 0.1, you are fine. You have killed the market for that day. Remember, you need to be patient for your strategy. For those that used to set stop loss, your stop loss will just be above this point there. Put it there. You put your stop loss there, you pick your sell trade. If you are seeing it, you will be in profit by now. And for those that are saying, can I still enter? No problem. If you have entered when we are talking about it, you should have been in profit. Now, your take profit should be before this moving average here. Now I'm giving you the different places you can be closing out your trade if you enter. You can take your profit before moving average or the previous point where price has been rejected. Now, let's look at this one here. For this one that happened, this one, that makes price to go up. Now, remember, I said if you are using moving average, price close above moving average, Abi. So you enter buy here. After entry buy, your stop loss will be where? Below this point. Now you have entered buy. Price was going up, but you were in profit, came back, loss. You say, hey, be patient. Where are you rushing to? Are you the market? Are you the one making the market to move? Wait for the market to move in your direction. Don't be in a hurry. Now, for this one, where price has been rejected or areas where price is ranging should be your targets. Ekpensky, I think this message is only for you, not for every other person. Yes, you are the one that asks a question. Okay, so I'm telling you. So now You see, I'm telling you now, if price is too close to the moving average, and you are seeing that sign, the sign that showed us, anywhere that price has been rejected is where you should put your take profit. Forget about what price is doing. Like there, forget it. Follow what Oye is telling you. Now, for this 1 year, which is for the sell here, remember, you have entered sell from here. Because this is, anytime it gives you the signal, it can take a while, it can struggle, do up and down. Eventually, it will go. That's one thing about it. You know, market like playing with your emotions. Market like playing with your emotions. So you have seen what price is supposed to do, you follow, but because your emotion, you have not disciplined it. That's why you will always end up, you know, in the hand of the market, not market ending up in your hand. Do you understand? You know, I'm saying all these things because I've told us everybody is a good trader, but your emotions, your feelings is what is taking your profit from you. And we need to stop it today. Today. Okay? So now, with this one there, this will be the last one, then we'll go to another instrument so that we can, you know, wrap up very fast. Now, with this here, it has happened, Abi. Now, you have entered sell, but you are in loss. It's just dancing. It's dancing. Your take profit, remember, anywhere price is rejected, Abi. Now, talking about rejection, you need to know all these places. You see, all these places where price used to range, all those places where price used to do up and down. Remember, this is where you enter sell from. You are in loss, so at some point you are in profit. It's going back. You are in profit. You left the trade till the following day. That's if you put your take profit where you are supposed to put it down. At least, even if it is 0.01 you use with this movement. My brother. You have made the profit that some people have been looking. It's there's money in oil. There's money in where? In oil. Okay, so I've given you what you need on oil, so there's no need to dwell too much. All right, please follow your strategy. Ensure that you follow it to the core. If not, market will play with you. All right. So I've showed you something. You can go and check it. Check as far back as possible and confirm and verify what I've been telling you. All right. Thank you so much. Let's quickly go to the last instrument of the day. Okay. Okay. They said we are waiting for the expos on indices as I promised. Okay. For indices, you know, I think that would be another day because of our time. You know, I'll need to point out some things for you on indices so that you can see it very well. You know, every instrument has a secret. So you will need to take your time to know the secret of the instrument. Because look at this now. On a normal day, we are human beings. Our behavior, our temperament usually changes. But there is a default behavior. There is a default temperament for everybody. The same thing with instruments. Every instrument has a behavior. Every instrument has a temperament. So you need to understand the behavior of the instrument you are trading, understand the temperament of the instrument, so that when it is doing something that is not supposed to be doing, you will understand that this one is misbehavior. Okay, because some instruments used to misbehave. So you need to know when they are misbehaving so that you don't trade them at that particular point in time. I know some persons are understanding this. If this is your first time joining Morning Market Review, I would want to, implore you to, try as much as possible to join every classes we'll be doing, the CFTP class, the PFTP class, so that you can understand all these things. If you have not attended training, there's no way all these things I'm showing you that can help you to become profitable, you might not see them. Because it is only those that can see that will be able to make the profits. Not only those that feel, you are feeling. It's not about feeling, it's about what you are seeing. What have I been seeing? What pattern has been emerging? Okay, so that's everything, about it. So every instrument has their secret. Know the secret, patiently follow the secret, and you'll be fine. And you'll be fine. Okay. All right. So, Mr. John, you put this topic on oil, important to comprehend once. It also applies to emotions and discipline that drive profit taking a forex. Today review on oil Wednesday. Okay, well, if you want me to, to do that again, they always say forward ever, backward never. I know you have said it so many times. Okay, now, but maybe in the next review, we are going to check. Okay, today is Wednesday, 28th. Now, the next time I'll be taking morning market review, we are going to check and we'll see, okay, what we discussed. How has it been playing out, right? Because, some people say seeing is believing, okay? And what with technical analysis is that what has happened is something you can see, and you can use it to, determine what will happen in the future, all right? So let me just take the last instrument and I'm good for today, okay? Somebody said Euro USD. Okay, Euro USD. All right, so this is Euro USD. Now, Euro USD is trying to fall because all through yesterday, this guy was just, it was just on a buy rampage. And I have some, to sell trades running on this instrument here. Now, with everything happening here, right, obviously, there's supposed to be a major retracement that would have happened. A major retracement that would have happened. Oh, Mr. Falabi, because of our time, I have just 5 minutes left. I would have been able to discuss that, but let's see how it goes. If it's possible, So now with what has happened, it has gone up very well. On a normal day, if you want to check for this guy, which is Euro USD, from this guy back to somewhere around here, all right, and US needs that urge and that strength, because if USD has not, it's supposed to have continued its up and down. It has been doing up and down, so it's supposed to have continued the up and down, right? So, but with everything happening, we are expecting it to find its way back up to this point. Now, this is showing to us that there is tendency that the news that will come out might most likely be bad. That all these instruments can find their way up, then they will now retrace. Okay, they will now retrace and start selling, they will start falling. Okay, now if I'm to say, okay, what do we do currently? Based much. See you when I see